Heartbreak sucks, and you have to deal with it. You have to learn how to walk away without humiliating yourself. Heartbreak serves as a very good mark in your life time frame. On a long enough time frame, you see the self-development, the lessons you learned, the hypothetical scenarios as far as what could have happened if you had stayed with that person. So, heartbreak is not really a bad thing. The bad things that happen to you are lessons that you can learn. You learn from the bad things. You don't learn from the good things. You mostly learn from the bad things. And as a man, the first thing you have to ask yourself is, why did this person leave? Why did this person leave me? So that you can self-improve. Maybe they left you because you're boring, and you have to work on that. Maybe they left you because you're not that successful. Because if you were that successful and important, maybe they wouldn't have left you. And maybe you're already successful and important and they are still leaving. Maybe you're just not that charismatic and very interesting, and you have to work on that. But what do amateurs do? Amateurs sit there and blame the other gender. This is something I see all the time. Oh, she left me because of this, because she's this. He left me because he's a narcissist and this. Because in your head, you think you're perfect. You are not perfect. Each and every one of us is very little. Because we are all a work in progress. Especially in this generation where TV and social media has warped our minds into thinking the wrong things make us very attractive. Women think their money and success make them very attractive. Men don't care about that. Men think being nice and opening doors is what's going to make you attractive. Cows don't really care. You understand? So you have to understand what it is that makes you attractive to the opposite gender and start to work towards improving your character. Like I said, I look at life as a game. I look at myself as a video character. I'm in stage 3 on my game of life. So your job is to collect as much armor as you can. Being attractive as a man, you need a Swiss armor, a Swiss knife. What's that knife that has many blades? Different things. You need status, you need money, you need to be in shape, you need to be charismatic, you need to be interesting, you need to have a network. You need all these things, and a lack of some of these things can lead you to many heartbreaks, because women like what they like. You can sit here and deny. Women will tell you, oh, I just want a nice guy who takes care of me and who is just nice, and all these nice guys are out there. These girls' friends want them. So as a guy, you have to live in the real world. You cannot live in the real world of women. But heartbreak should serve as a fantastic form of motivation for you to be a better person. The beauty about being a man is that you're born with zero value. You are born as a nothing. The timeline of a man is that everyone cares about you when you are 0 to 12, 13, 14. Oh, little Simba, how are you? And then after that, no one cares about you. And then after that, everyone cares about you depending on who you become as a man. So as a man, you have to know what makes you attractive. You have to literally start the game. You understand? No one cares about self-improvement, but you have to care about it on your own time. Like literally, you have to see your flaws as a guy. So as you grow older as a man, you start to have a better perspective to see that, because as a young man, sometimes you meet that girl and you don't know who to emotionally attach yourself to and who not to emotionally attach yourself to, because you're still young, you don't have experience. But as you grow older, you start to see people that maybe she's not the right person for me to attach myself to. But that comes through multiple. That comes through dating different type of girls, because experience is the best teacher, unfortunately. That is just the truth about life. As you grow older, you're gonna have a better perspective. Think about it. If you are a butcher and if it's your first day in a butcher, and they say, please grade the meat, they just give you some theory. Oh, this is how you do it. You're not gonna be able to grade meat properly. But then a butcher that has been working for 10 years can literally look at meat and grade it and know which is the quality, this part, throw away that part, that's the cheap meat, quickly. If you are an investment banker and it's your first day, you're not gonna know how to assess a company well, and should you be making that investment, yes or no? But the more you've been in the game, the more you can even just look at certain financial statements and quickly you can pick that, not this investment, that investment, but all that comes with experience. Look at football. When footballers are young, they are not just good at the game, they are frustrating if you love sports. Young basketball players are frustrating. Young footballers are frustrating. If you support your team, they miss, they make the wrong choices, they do this. But as they grow older, you start to see the maturity in their game and their decision making. That is exactly what comes with heartbreak. As a man, you're supposed to learn no one is ever going to care about you as a guy, especially in the beginning. That is just the truth. The man is born with zero value. You have to build yourself. You go from a time where people care about you, everyone cares about you. You're a young man, you are 0 to maybe 15, 16 years old. After that, no one cares about you. Girls don't want you because you're broke. They're dating older guys with cars and all these things, right? They're leaving you for older guys. You get what I'm trying to say? And then you start to work on yourself. If you put in the work, you become important again and everyone cares about you because you've got that money, that status, that charisma that has come from all these lessons. Masculinity is at the bottom of the mountain. Femininity is at the top of the mountain. So a woman can depreciate her value by the things that she does. Whereas a man comes at the bottom of the mountain, he has to increase his value by start to ticking certain boxes. When you get your first job, start making money, you start working on yourself, you get in the gym, start talking to girls, build your charisma, all these boxes start to tick, you become more and more attractive. Right now, there's never been a time where dating is frustrating for the average guy. That's just the truth. I'm an average guy and I know how dating is. When you don't have that bank, to be honest, especially if you're not taking that money box, it's going to be frustrating. We live in a life of social media now. These girls get hit on left, right, and center by rich guys offering different things. I'm not saying money is not everything, but it is an important factor. Let's not lie. When you think of a beautiful girl, you don't think of her being with a guy who's broke, who stays with his mom. That's just the truth. So money is a factor. How are you going to use your money? You can use your money to start to tick out the boxes, building a network, going to the gym, doing all these things that are going to make you more attractive. Because at the end of the day, if men are here to reproduce, everything a man does is to make himself more attractive and more visible to people. Men live on respect. Men breathe on respect. That's our oxygen. You can try to say, oh no, you think men buy beautiful cars just because they love beautiful cars, but because it separates them from other men. When you are driving a Mercedes, it separates you from the man who has a smaller car. When you are driving a Lamborghini, it separates you from the guys that are driving the Mercedes Benz. When you are in a big mansion, it separates you from the other guys. You become more attractive, you gain more respect, it's easier to network. When women put on makeup and weave, they may say, I do it for me, but it's a subconscious way of competition, because women subconsciously know their number one asset is their beauty. So, as a man, what do you learn from your heartbreak? Maybe the best decision is to text a long message and messages and calls and try to get closure. Or the best decision is to say, you know what, I'm out of shape, I need to get in the gym. I'm not making money, I need to figure out how I can make some money. I'm not this yet, but let me start to tick those boxes because I don't want to go through this again. Some men end up being toxic because of the heartbreak. You want to fight the woman, you want to act like a woman, where women can key cars and try to destroy your reputation and all these other things. As a man, you want to be toxic like that. You need to be mature as a guy. You don't need to be toxic. The best thing you can do when someone says she wants a break or doesn't want to be with you is to just say, okay, I love you and I really enjoy my time with you, but it's fun. Walk away and walk away. There's two ways to lose the game, with honor and without honor. With honor is when you just tell somebody, you know what, it's fun, enjoy, I wish the best for you, and you move on with your life. You start to self-improve. You try to talk to other girls that may like you for you. You understand? Without honor is when you beg and be toxic and start making threats, and then you are threatening the guy she's talking to, and you are all over the place. This is why you see, if you look at most of my lessons, I'll try to teach mind control, emotional control. A lot of guys don't know how to regulate their emotions. You don't know how to move on. If you cannot walk away from someone that doesn't want you, whether it's a friend or a girl, what weapons do you have in this life? Violence, those are your weapons, and emotional. You need to grow up after that. You don't need to be violent. Violence, you don't need to be used in self-defense. You don't need to be violent just because someone doesn't want you. You don't need to be shouting and toxic and sending messages and crying and doing all these crazy things. You need to control your emotions as a guy. Become the best version of yourself. Walk away. One day she will look back when you are now that guy. When you are ticking 9, 8, 10 of the boxes. When you are now that guy with a network, with money, in shape, charismatic, has plenty of girls crying for him. When you're now that guy, one day she will look back. Because let me tell you something. Women's revenge tends to be in another car or on another board with another guy having sex with another guy. That's just the thing. Women can move on very quickly because they're beautiful and they're all in love. Your revenge is you working on yourself and making sure that you work on yourself to be the best version that you can be. That will be your revenge as a man. Put yourself in a position where you are in a point of abundance. Women have abundance by default, by them just being women and being beautiful and being a nice body. They are always going to have an influx of men hitting on them. But as a guy, the way you get abundance in terms of choices is to work on yourself. Just look at the guys that are successful and just look at their stats. What stats do they tick? Are they broke? Are the guys that you see who are really successful with girls out of shape? Are they not charismatic? You look at the guys that get used by girls. What do they lack? They may have money, but they lack a certain mindset. They may be out of shape and they just use their money to try to buy affection. When you think of a guy who gets cheated on by a girl, even though he may be in shape, he may be broke, and maybe the rich guys are offering this girl better proposition in terms of money. As a man, you need to look around you. Look at everyone who's dating. What is their dynamic? And you ask yourself, is that the dynamic that you want? Do you want to be the man who makes money just to pay for affection? Do you want to be the man that is in shape and you don't have any money? Do you want to be the man that ticks all these boxes and you have the mindset where a woman can't use you, a woman respects you? You have women that know this guy now, he's not a walk-off. He has boundaries. We have to respect. If you want to be in his life, you need to respect it. But then you are that top choice that they have no option but to just respect you and respect your boundaries. You have to look around you as man. How other men live are templates for you to learn. How other men's relationships go are templates for you to learn. How other men get girls. There are men who get girls because they're charismatic. You can learn from that. There are men who get girls because they have to pay for affection. Do you really want to be that guy? You look at people's dynamics, learn from them. And ask yourself, is this the dynamic that I want? You can learn something from every single man, every single relationship that you come across. It's not just about your heart. You can learn from every single person that you interact with and take lessons and start to see what boxes you want to tick as a guy. If you are a young man, you have time. You have time to tick those boxes. It's never too late. As long as you tick those boxes as a man, you will always have success with women. I always give an example of Cristiano Ronaldo. You don't have to be Cristiano Ronaldo, but you can be a version of him. A man who is in shape, has charisma, has the status, ticks every single box, and you will be successful in the dating game. You can be that version. Start to look up to certain guys. Stop looking up to guys that are out of shape, that have to pay for affection. Stop looking up to guys who are broke. Listen. They are men. We have good templates. LeBron James is a good one. I love sports, but I don't even look up to every footballer because I see certain footballers and I see their mindset. Look at Pepe, the guy who used to play for Arsenal. He's dating a porn star right now. A millionaire as he is, and he's dating a porn star. So you have to have mentors. The beauty about the internet is that you can actually tap into mentors from across the world and try to take something from him, take something from him as you build your character. So, you lose the game with honor. Heartbreak is fantastic motivation. Till my next video.